I suck at gorilla tag, and that's why I decided to master every single map in the game. I gave myself 2 challenges to do in each map, and if I don't complete every single one, I have to give away 10,000 shiny rocks to a random subscriber. Starting with Forest, and the first challenge is to wall in the entire map. So let's go try to do that. But before I can try to wall in the map, I have to practice. This is Death Wall, one of the hardest skills to master. The only way to get past it is to grab one side of the wall and launch yourself and grab the other side. After practicing for a bit, I decided to give it a try. I tried to get past the death wall and I failed. But then on the second attempt, this happened. I launched myself towards the other wall and something crazy happened. So I kept going on the wall, I made it past the back wall, then past the stump wall, and finally made it to the end. So that's challenge number 1 complete. The next challenge is to go to red walls. So let's go do that. This is red wall. The only way to get to it is to go past slippery walls. And getting past slippery walls is extremely difficult. Before I can start the challenge, I have to find a wall to start on. After looking at all the walls, I finally found the one that I'm going to be using. This is tutorial wall, and this is the wall I'm going to be using. This wall is right next to a branch sticking out of the stump, so I'm not gonna have to climb as high. Now that I found my wall, it's time to do the challenge. On my first attempt, I got pretty close, but I didn't make it. And on the second attempt, still didn't make it. And after trying, and trying, and trying, I did it. So that's challenge number 2 complete. The next map is canyons, and the first challenge is to get out of the map. Now there are a bunch of ways to get out of the map in canyons, but the one I chose is called the rope fling. To do the rope fling, you have to put your hands around a thin surface and push your backhand towards the rope like this. This spot in canyons is the perfect place to do the rope fling. After I practiced in beach, I decided to give it a try in canyons. On the first attempt, this happened. I got stuck inside the wall, but I didn't make it outside the map. So I tried again, and this time, the same thing happened. I tried one last time, and this time, I made it. So that's another challenge complete. The next challenge is to win a round of infection, and I suck at canyons, so I'm gonna need to practice. After practicing a bunch of different routes, I was finally ready to attempt the challenge. So I went to canyons and joined a lobby. But before I could try to beat the challenge, I had to finish the round. So I tagged someone and then waited for the round to end. As soon as the round started, I climbed out of the pit and went over to the houses. I saw a lava monkey coming towards me, so I ran, but I fell down the hole and got tagged. So I waited for the round to start again, and I ran up on the rope. A lava monkey started chasing me, and I tried to run away, but something happened. Yes. I was the last one tagged, and that means I won. So that's challenge complete. The next map is mountains, and my first challenge is to make secret tunnel. This one should be pretty easy, but let's go to mountains and find out. This is secret tunnel. The only way to make it in the tunnel is by going down this slide, then hitting the ramp once you get to the bottom. And if you hit the ramp at the right angle, it should launch you into the tunnel. Now that I explained that, it's time to try and beat the challenge. On my first attempt, I hit the ramp, but I went too far and went over the tunnel. So I go back to the top and try again. And this time, my arm made it, but I didn't. I tried again, and this happened. So that's the first challenge complete. The next challenge is to make it on target. This is target. Only the best mountains players can get to it. There are many different ways to make it to target, but this is the one I chose. You start at the entrance of mountains, then you go down this slide, you move up on the edges to gain speed, then you get to the bottom and hit down on the ice, boosting yourself towards the wall. You slide the way up the wall, then you make it to target. But it's a lot harder than it sounds. I get ready for my first attempt, and I go. I slide on the side of the ice, then I get to the bottom and launch myself towards the wall. But I didn't make it, so I tried again, and this time I got even closer, but I still didn't make it. On my third attempt, this happened. So that's another challenge complete. The next map is basement, and my first challenge is to beat the maze. There are many different ways to beat the maze, and the maze itself isn't that hard to beat, but there's something else that makes the challenge extremely difficult. This is a monk eye. If you get too close to it, it will attack you, and you'll have to start the maze over from the very beginning. And there isn't just one, but 5 monk eyes. This is a huge problem, but there are 3 different ways to get past the monk eyes. The first method is to jump up on a torch. The monk eyes can't reach that high, so you'll be safe from them. And the second method is to jump up on a wall and go over the monkey. If you do it right, you will stun the monkey for a bit, letting you get past with ease. The third method is to grab something like a snowball or a bow, then hit the monkey with the projectile to stun them temporarily. Now that I explained how to beat the monkeys, it's time to attempt the challenge. I go in the maze and I go straight ahead. I keep going and I saw 2 monkeys, so I ran the opposite way to try and escape them. I turned the corner and saw another monkey. I tried to run away from it, but I ran into a dead end and got caught. I went to try again, and as soon as I got in, I saw another monkey. So I tried to go the other way, but there was another one. And I tried to get on a torch, but I slipped. On my next attempt, I juked one of the monkeys, and I made it farther than I ever had before, but still didn't make it. So I tried again. I ran past the monkeys, made it to the long hallway, and then I beat it. So that's another challenge complete. The next challenge is to kill a monkey. So I grabbed my bow, then went to the maze. As soon as I got in the maze, I saw a monkey. So I shot him with my bow and stunned him. Then there was another one, and I shot it as well. So that's another challenge complete. The next map is beach, and my first challenge is to water run. Water running is very difficult. You have to hit down at the water at the perfect time. Only the best beach players know how to water run, and I'm definitely not one of them. So this is gonna be challenging. I go to the ocean and find a good spot. Then I make my first attempt, and I didn't do that bad, but it wasn't good enough. So I tried again, and this time I did even better, but I still didn't think it was good enough. I tried another time, and I think it was pretty good. So that's another challenge complete. The next challenge is to win a game of beach football. This is beach football, a game where you try and make a ball in these goals. And if you manage to get the ball in one of the goals, you get a point. And the first team to get the 3 points wins. All I need to do is win 1 game. But if I lose, then the challenge is over. We get the ball in the middle and we go. I hit the ball over to the goal, but he blocked it. I tried again, but he blocked it again. Then I hit it over the goal. I went to get the ball and hit it under the goal, which gave me my first point. We started again and I hit the ball over to the goal. He tried to get it in my goal, but he couldn't do it. I hit the ball and made it in the goal, getting my second point. This is the last round. If I win this, then I get to move on to the next challenge. But if I don't, then the challenge is over. He hits the ball towards my goal and I hit it back. I hit it over to my goal and keep going, then I made it. So that's another challenge complete. The next map is clouds, and my first challenge is to go through 3 tunnels in a row. So let's go do it. I grab my glider and I go to the wind tunnel. I turn my glider so I could loop around and get through the tunnels. I gained some speed and saw my first tunnel. I went through it, then through the second one, and the third. That challenge was really easy, but that's another challenge complete. The next challenge is to go to the top of the stump with no ropes. This one might be a challenge. Well, let's go to the stump and find out. I climb up on the entrance of stump, then I climb up onto a branch and look for a way to go. I found another branch to climb up, so I went up it. Then I saw a part that could make this challenge impossible, but I found another branch and climbed up it. Then I climbed up the bridge and onto the top of the stump, so that's another challenge complete. The next map is city, and my first challenge is to buy a cosmetic. Now you might think I bought a cheap cosmetic like this sweatband, but I didn't. I decided to buy this thing, and it's $30. You're probably wondering why I would do this, and I honestly don't know. I bought the bundle, then I went to the cosmetic stand and tried it on, and this is how it looked. Please subscribe to help my bank account. And that's another challenge complete. The next challenge is to beat comp course. This is comp course, and it's actually really easy, so this shouldn't be that hard. To beat it, you have to jump off of this house, boosting yourself towards this wall. Then you have to hit back and forth on these walls. Then you go over to these walls, and you hit on one of them, launching yourself towards the other one. Then you beat it and unlock competitive. And it's a lot easier than it sounds. I made my first attempt, and this happened. So that's another challenge complete. The next map is caves, and my first challenge is to play 3 songs on the piano. I'm pretty good at the piano in caves, so this challenge should be pretty easy. I go to caves and go down to play the piano. Then I get ready to play my first song. So that's 1 song complete. Now I just need to play 2 more. That's another song complete. So I just need to play 1 more song. I played all 3 songs, so that's another challenge complete. The next challenge is to find a ghost. And I'm in a lobby all by myself, so this is gonna be pretty scary. I go down to caves to look for a ghost. I kept looking in every corner and I didn't find anything until this happened. So that's another challenge complete. The next map is Metro, and my first challenge is to rope slap. The rope slap is just like the rope fling, except instead of pushing your arm forward, you push it straight up like this. I get to the spot, and on my first attempt, this happened. So that's another challenge complete. The next challenge is to win a round of infection first try. This is the last challenge. If I win, I don't have to give away anything. But if I lose, then I have to give away 10,000 shiny rocks. I leave my code, then I put it on infection and join a lobby. I wait for the round to end, and then I start. The lava monkey started chasing me, but I lost him. I kept running and running until the craziest thing happened.
Oh, that makes it better. Oh, it's a pig.
So that's challenge failed. Make sure to like the video and join the Discord if you want 10,000 shiny rocks.